People of the White Gold Tower, if you too would like to curry favor with your good friend Elrang here in Crusader Kings III, then look no further to the commenter known as Cody Prince, who has sent a message to Elrang personally, addressed, "My lord, I noticed during the War for Bruma you picked up a book artifact, the Art of War. I recommend equipping it, for it may increase martial learning rate." This is how you get a comment read. Amazing work, thank you. Let's have a look here and see exactly what the Art of War does. Somewhere amongst all of this crap, good lord, the Art of War. Have you just lied to me? Why on earth would you do such a thing? Very possible it could be a court artifact. Memory of Alan, a fine phenol, yes. Nothing. We've got Diplomacy Lifestyle Experience, which is pretty good. And then the other book that we saw a while ago had some other... I noticed that had another experience that wasn't so relevant. Well, have you lied to me? And I was about to say, what a fantastic example you set for the rest of the class. And now I can't seem to find it anywhere. Let's sort by... Can we sort by type and then put all the books in one place? What the hell do you mean? It'll sort by type, though. Ah. I guess that doesn't work then. Never mind. Okay. Heartlander Court Politics. That gives Diplomacy. Messenger's Diary. It doesn't matter too much. The point is I appreciate the effort, even if... the Art of War. There it is. The Lendwoman Maven's Art of War. Thank you. You are absolutely correct. It does, in fact, give... It gives Controlled Territory Defender advantage, too, which is pretty good against Peasant Revolts. Not that we need help against that, of course. Monthly Martial Lifestyle Experience up by 10%. Very nice. Hey, that's pretty good. Great call. What are we looking at in terms of that, then? So that applies after... So I presume the way it works, then, is we get base of 25, right? Genius adds 30%, Bureaucratic adds 5%, 15, and blah, blah, blah. That's not kind of cumulative. You don't get the 30% from Genius, but then the 90% from Lich. So that's actually really, really good. So out of the 25 base we should be getting, even with that minus 90%, we're still getting 17 a month. That's fantastic. Okay. It's not doing a massive amount for us, but I appreciate that nonetheless. So, lots and lots of other people have written in a far less polite and correct way to your King Elrang. A lot of people have said that you haven't upgraded any buildings at all since we got the innovations, and that's a fair point. We've been so swept up with fire and war that I totally ignore the fact that we are sitting on A, 12,000 gold, and B, lots of innovations. Like we picked up, as I've said yesterday, I made quite a big deal of every single innovation. That is, of course, possible to discover at this stage. It would be kind of fun if there was a mechanic. I'm just talking about generic CK3 here. If one culture in this situation absolutely blasts ahead, you say kickstart the Renaissance early or something like that. I understand Paradox wouldn't do that because they've got other games that kind of take over from that point, right? But that'd be kind of fun. Anyway, let's go through every single one of our potentially upgradable cities, sub-holdings. I'm going to go through everything, even stuff that we've given to our vassals here. All the parts of the Temple of the Ancestors. Oh, I could upgrade their cities themselves. We need windmills. How the hell do we not have windmills? Is that a Time of the Pretenders era? Expected to be discovered in about 152 years. Hold on, we make progress even though we're not in that era. Really? No, we are in Time of the Pretenders. Windmills is right there. We've been absolutely bamboozled. Maybe it means like cranes, perhaps. Because 150 years kind of lines up for when we're going to hit the Unification Wars. I don't know. I feel like there's something weird going on there. Again, to reiterate, I am playing on an older version of the game. So quite possibly there are bugs and things like that that have been subsequently fixed. Anyway, let's start from the Imperial City. And, sorry, the White Gold Tower. And go out from there. So we can't upgrade the castle itself because we need Machiculations. Which is that, you know, that YouTube man who likes the swords. He likes that word, doesn't he? I don't remember. I don't watch YouTube men who like swords anymore. What have we got going on here? Imperial City or Shad Diversity? I think it was him. I don't remember. I think he made a big deal out of that in, like, the, all of the cities in Oblivion. Did, like, a video reviewing that, which is very high-tier YouTube content, I will admit. Monasteries. Sure, let's upgrade that. And we'll just go through slowly today and make sure we've got everything in order. So, we can't upgrade... Ooh, hello. I was going to say we can't upgrade any of the districts themselves, but that's not true. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these I presumed wouldn't be upgradable anyway, given that it's the White Gold Tower, right? It's pretty advanced. So all of that's done. And then we are on a pilgrimage, of course. How are we looking over here? We'll check this first. Oh, nice. We can upgrade the waterfront. Something that those imperial mongrels never did in the thousands of years that they owned the imperial city. And could never bother to develop the waterfront even once, so much that Armand Christoph, my man himself, still lives in a fucking shed on the waterfront. Let's have a look over here. Fort Legion. Now, Fort Legion was the big one people were saying to upgrade, because that will give us man-at-arms bonuses, stuff like that. Oh, I can upgrade the sub... I don't know why I had it in my mind that I could only do that one, then upgrade those afterwards. How bizarre. Well, anyway. The Arcane University. We need codified magical studies. Oh! I pieced it together. I'm a moron. Heartlander culture does not have codified magical studies. My brother in Christ, we're not Heartlander. Look at this man. He doesn't even know what a Heartlander... Well, he does. He knows everything. Well, he doesn't even care to know what a Heartlander is. Right, I'm a fool. Of course, that is something we could start working on. We could start promoting our culture. Maybe we should wait. I don't know. I still think I might put that up to a vote. Because, again, I do understand that the whole reason we're this powerful in the first place is because our culture is very small. But our culture being small is now having a direct impact on us being better. Because we are being now dragged down by the idiot moron imperial mongrel dogs. So now we should really step it up and maybe convert at least the direct, maybe just the imperial city. And like I said before, even if it was just the imperial city and of course Anvil for the holy site that we convert over to our culture, that's still 5 provinces ultimately, or 6 with Anvil. We're still probably going to get to the end of this long before anybody else. So I think that could work. As soon as are we done culturally converting Anvil? I think we're already finished over there, right? Everything's done. Nice. Okay. That means to kick things off today, why don't we make ourselves religious head as a nice celebration? And then you know what? I'm going to go with that idea. I understand that this will have long-term impacts on our overall, bear in mind it's average development that affects the speed of our innovations. However, it would be absolutely fantastic to be able to fully upgrade, because we would be able to fully upgrade all of this shit, rather than just the Imperial City. The population of Arbargalis still cling to their Il Nivrini. Oh, it's Sayesi, really? Wow. All of my gang are Sayesi. We should sell our own people there, of course. Get rid of them. Are you telling me that there are still, like, Sayesi citizens in Fort Legion? That's so bizarre. That's cool, though. That's really fun. Lots of people were saying, even though I think this is kind of cool, there was a lot of talk about the, basically all of the surviving Imperials, because Elrang has taken the Imperial City, totally destabilized all the kind of central Imperial powerhouses. Obviously, that let way, and even before we started heading over there, House Induril, House Redoran absolutely swallowed up all of Eastern Cyrodiil. As a result, every Imperial... And when you look at all these Imperial families, when you look at their family members, when you look at their marriages and stuff like that, there are more than a few who are significantly interbred with elves. To the extent that someone in Discord pointed out that we've effectively started like the equivalent of Bretons, but for Imperials and Dark Elves. Because this has been, I mean, look, there's been generations and generations of interbreeding between humans and Dark Elves at this point. To the extent that I don't think there are any real Imperials left. If you're looking at it from a purely kind of Elder Scrolls mindset, of course. Yeah. It's really interesting. It's a very, very cool outcome. Very bizarre. God, is that really loud today, or is that just me? Very strange. Yeah, no, it's a really cool side effect of what we've got going on here. Like, very CK, oh god, just generic Crusader Kings moment, right? Anyway, let's flip over and make ourselves... Let's make ourselves a religion. So what we have to do then is make Anvil our primary title. Let's go ahead and move the capital over to... Oh, we can upgrade this fully, because of course we have all the innovations. Why can't we upgrade the marches? Do not have the title. Gala Sajir. Oh, I gave that back to her. Right, of course, and it's a duchy level building, whatever. Sure, you know what? I'll upgrade that one, and then we can give it to her as a gift. Then, we want to go over to here and consecrate Holy Site. If I can find the button. Consecrate Holy Site. Consecrate Holy Site. Consecrate Holy Site. How odd. Did I not make that my primary title? I did make that my primary title. Ah, we need to actually move the realm capital. Genius. Well done. Consecrate Holy Site. There we are, in capital. A place of worship in our capital is known to attract a lot of pilgrims, holy men and women. It's time to invite a holy congregation to elevate the small temple to a proper site. Our county, of course, very appropriate, given that Anvil Temple was the first one attacked by Umaril, the AYLEID fella in Oblivion DLC. So, you know, history is repeating itself somewhat. Well, history is a horrible reflection of itself. Your realm capital shares your faith, your heritage. We've got everything. Boom. The holy site of Nen Marili. Whatever. For years, my Kuramalatu brethren have worshipped the divine around the settlement of Nen Malari. I think I was right the first time. Praying in small churches and forming small congregations. With some work and religious will, I have managed to build the foundations of a new center of spirituality and religious worship in Nen Maril. For the faithful. I can't read today. I've totally lost any sort of reading comprehension. Then, of course, we flip back to the Imperial City. Make primary. And let's throw you back as our capital. Now, in theory, we can go to Goromalatu and create Head of Faith title. 250 piety, we create a Head of Faith title for Goromalatu. And we've done it. Head of Faith is temporal. And we are now the head of our whole faith. The Goromalatu Chantry of the Aedra. Well, that's clearly not right, is it? Because we don't follow the Aedra. It's the Goromalatu Chantry of the... Even then, a Daedra isn't accurate because we do still worship Finaster. Was it Finaster, Xerxes, Sirabane, Magnus, one of them. Of the... I'm going to say the ancestors. Or the ancestor... Arda? I don't know how you describe it, but either way, that certainly seems a bit more accurate, doesn't it? We need to change this logo too. This religious logo is very inappropriate. I could go to the save and change the actual religious thing, but I like the kind of bullshit backwards, the kind of retcon that I've come up for the symbol emblems. Let's have a look here. Surely there's something a bit more appropriate. Not massively. Abstract animals. Some of these are kind of cool. Is there like an AYLEID animal specifically? Not really that I can think of. Took us as far as Elder Kings. Ah, that's better. One of these has got to be more appropriate for us, right? All of these are Daedric symbols, right? And you've got like Civi there too, Mephala, Boethia, Sword Strider. Oh, I would like to know more about your religion. Yeah, I'm interested. Is it supposed to be like the Rueful Axe, I wonder? I'm not really sure. Wow, there is a lot to choose from here, and this is kind of a big decision to undertake. A lot of Nordic stuff, a lot of companion stuff. Oh, is that supposed to be the White Gold Tower? Oh, well, that's very appropriate. Or it's a tower, of course, of some description, so that seems quite good. Seems very appropriate. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I like all of these. All of these colors seem good. Blue, gold, white, fine. I mean, it's White Gold Tower. Maybe the background should be the gold aspect in hindsight. Whatever, it's all good. Done. Very nice. What we could have done, of course, is... Oh, man, that might be a fun playthrough for the future. Where you can make a titular kingdom. I don't know if you can even do this in CK3, but in CK2 you used to be able to make a titular kingdom of a previous primary title. So turn that into a kingdom tier 1 and blah, blah, blah. It was always fun in CK2 to make like the Empire of the Filkerate and weird stuff like that. Anyway, we've done it. We're now the head of the faith. What does that do for us? I'm not sure. Captain Bill Silmersil is our... So the succession for that title in particular is Temporal Theocratic. What that means is anybody who is... so say, for example, your main titles could be Agnatic Cognatic, so male or female inheritance, but your religious title could just be female inheritance, so that's why it has a separate law. But for us, it should be identical, so it shouldn't exclude any of our dynasty members. It should just travel down our primary heir, same as the rest of our titles, so that will go to Velsilmersil along with that. So nothing to worry about there. Do we get any new decisions now that we are the head of our religion? Probably not, because it's just a kind of minor temporal religion that we've made ourselves, right? So that makes some sense. We can consecrate our bloodline. Oh, shit. By showing sufficient devotion and gathering in favor of the clergy. Oh, well, this is a fun celebration, because there was no real fanfare about us becoming the head of the faith. This seems like a very appropriate way to do that. We're making ourselves the head of the faith, having consecrated the holy sites, and now, in celebration, our bloodline will forever carry a part of that with us. We gain the trait, the Savior. Elrang is here to deliver us all. Ominous. For any other character, any other positive, nice character, that would be a very different meaning to it being applied to Elrang. We get 25 fervor, and 1,000 renown, of course, and the level of splendor by 1/2 is amazing. Perform the final rites. Sacred lineage. Thanks to my pure devotion and relentless work, I have inextricably bound the holiest of offices to the Goromalatu faith and the Elfboy dynasty. An increasing number of people in the clergy amongst the faithful have come to think of my family as the chosen caretakers of holy relics and harbingers of divine will. We are a little more than mere mortals. I would say we're a lot more than mere mortals. Amazing. You gain the trait, the savior. That alone should just be the thumbnail, right? Because that's very, very frightening. Now, on the subject of the dynasty, lots of people have been asking me to have a look at the dynasty tree. I have been told that this is very laggy. Oh, wow. So the higher the levels, right? Of course, they are just born with higher levels of prestige. That's cool. Next level is fabled. What's the highest level? Legendary? You would presume. How the hell do you go higher than that? Children are born with 1,000 prestige. Fucking hell. That's crazy. We've got a long way to go before the Elf Boy dynasty is renowned for their deeds. We're just a stain on history at this point, but as long as we survive for a long time, that could be very different. We've got a lot of living members, 90 living members. I'm actually kind of surprised. Let's open the dynasty tree then and take a look. Oh, wow, what a mess. Holy shit. And what I would say is look for repeating sections of this family tree, because there is going to be a significant amount of it, I presume. This is looking suspicious. They're just groups of similar-looking children, all dressed the same. I presume that's all the inbreeding going on. Wow. I mean, look, I'm not even going to look at this in great detail because I think it's almost impossible to ascertain what the hell is even going on here. It's such a mess, right? It's such a mess. It's a problem with enormous dynasty trees like this. Because Elrang is now immortal, this dynasty tree is just going to blow up more and more, where, for example, with a regular dynasty, of course, when you die, someone else becomes the dynasty head, then it goes out from there, right? Or you can go out from there. Wow, that's crazy. I promise his character won't end up immortal. Whoops. It was the logical conclusion, eh? Great. Okay. Fantastic start. We've done a lot here. So we'll start promoting our... Ooh. Aaron declared arch curate. There we go. Okay, there was a little fanfare about it. Through the righteous... Though the righteousness of our faith was never in doubt, the period of time we've been forced to endure without spiritual leader has been trying. At long last, the ordeal is over. However, as I've finally convinced the curates to accept me as the one true arch-curate. With the faithful finally unifying behind me, I will lead the Gromolatu to a new golden age. Another 50 further, bloody hell. We are still called Aran, though, because Aran is a higher title than arch-curate. Whereas, for example, I think in Alinor... Oh, you're Aranel. Okay, so which is just Empire. Interesting. Alright, fair enough. Well, I'm happy with that either way. You could make an Empire Arch-Curate title, I presume, with some clever title stuff, but that's fine. Well, let's start promoting our culture then. How long is that looking on that front? Dangerous faction. We'll have a look at that in a second. We've returned from our pilgrimage. Very nice. Oh, that was kind of appropriate. Hermaeus Miara, sensitivity. Elrang, this cat has got to go. Oh, no. My wife, Orana Mira, is holding Hermaeus Miara up by the skin of its neck. Eyes red and nose running. I cannot stand this anymore. I can barely breathe when she's around. Oh. I feel like Elrang being the loyal, devoted soulmate of Mira that he is, I think he would, as long as he's got high opinion of the person, as long as they are kind, like I'm not going to give it to Hadhall because he's sadistic, impatient, temperate, calm. You seem like you could be a good person for a cat. Okay, follower of Clavicusvar, yeah, whatever. Lifespan, the thief, divine blood, fornicator, witch. Hadhall could take care of her. Let's have a look. Oh, no, we've looked at you. Hinneril is callous, cynical, ambitious. You don't strike me as a kind cat person. Oh, they all get divine blood now because we're sent from heaven. Yeah, okay, you know what? We'll give it to Salander. Salander could use a companion. Elrang also kind of likes Salander. So you know what? Here you go. Take it. We'll keep Mira happy. The cat is going to a good home. I wouldn't just throw Hermaeus Miara at some random person. What do I want to check them? Oh. Mega becomes your rival. Mega. It is a betrayal of every friendly gesture we've shared. A betrayal of our friendship. We once shared bread, but now he's been made into an enemy for life. Damn Ayleids. You ruined Cyrodiil. Right. We've got to kill some of these rivals too before I'm content that we can kind of sit around for a little while. Let's have a look at these, So, Nibide's Nordic Pantheon Popular. So, we haven't fought a rebellion from them. Bear in mind, they came in with Bruma. But I presume that's just going to be a rebellion up in Bruma. So, what we're going to do now is let's start spreading the religion pretty much everywhere. How are we looking in terms of religion, then? The religion map is something I haven't been paying a huge amount of attention to. Terrible. We've got some Gormalatu. Oh, it's taken hold pretty well up here. What the hell? Bloody hell, it's exploded out of Sancrator, hasn't it? That's good. Cult of Azura? It must be some side effect of, House Redoran. Interesting. You don't... Oh, they are Cult of Azura. Rather than Elm Civi. How odd. Okay, well, look, let's start converting everything. A cultural conversion and religious conversion needs to go hand in hand. We'll only culturally convert inside the Imperial Isle, or the AYLEID Isle, as we'll now call it. And then after that, we'll move the religious stuff out, but we won't culturally convert outside of that. Consequence, of course, we'll be fighting more peasant revolts, but when we get up to the next tier of innovations, I want to be able to explode on that again. So 33 years left on that, but of course 11 years on that one, so that one will speed up after the other one's converted. Hello! Taking the knee. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Malapen Nihanre. Yes, thank you. So let's kill off some of these rivals, and then we'll focus on whatever there is to focus on, right? Maybe a little more expansion. I do want to get all these buildings upgraded, though, because I feel like this has been something I've been massively ignoring. Now, somebody said there was some sort of, like, I don't know if it was a cultural thing. I don't know if it was a, like a dynasty legacy. But the more, like, castles we have, the more prestige we get. Or something to that effect. I don't exactly remember what they said, but if anybody vaguely knows what I'm talking about. I read it just kind of incidentally as I was looking through comments. And I didn't really take much stock of it. But now I've remembered that actually that might have been a terrible idea, given the amount of money that we've got. We are going to Castle Amontillado. Duchess Erolani, if you remember, we are in a feud with her house, apparently. House Basil. I don't know if... I'm sure that's not how that's pronounced, but that's how I'm choosing to pronounce it. I don't know if we're in a feud with House Basil or the entire dynasty of House Dress, which I'm not super pleased about because we've got 150 other members and about 1,000 sub-branches or cadet branches, so I'd rather not... Yeah. I mean, this is not something I want to get on the wrong side of. Anyway, kill her. 95%. She's gone. And very coincidentally, we unlocked a new perk for the martial lifestyle. So that brick stacking. May she rest in peace. Goodbye. Yes. Tension's cool with the feud. The easing of tensions, if that's possible, between myself and Duchess Erolani seems to have confirmed she's abandoned the vendetta against House Elfboy. It's hard to believe, but I would be glad of freed worries regarding a Basil threat. So it is that rather than House Drez. What do I waste my time with this nonsense? Oh, so she's dead then, that's it? Is it over? I guess so. Bear in mind, before when we had a house feud, it was in here, like, you're in a feud. But it doesn't say that anymore. Anyway, we'll stop the villain behind this. Someone's trying to murder Elrang. How could they? Why would anybody murder Elrang? He's just he's just normal men. So, we did start on the raiding front, but... do we carry on raiding? What would I need to raid for? Was there not like renown or something ridiculous? Yeah. I've got to go for it. I'm sorry. It's one of the repeatable ways that we can reliably get renown outside of just what, like artifacts. I also like this too. Embarkation cost minus 25%, naval speed plus 25%. That's pretty good, especially because we can navigate rivers with Was there something else we picked up that allows us to navigate rivers at some stage? I'm not sure. Sacred raids. Yeah, go for it. Let's go down the plunderer tree then. Why not? It seems very appropriate, given that we're not going to plunder in Cyrodiil, but we will plunder across the seas. We're trying to collect magical artifacts, right? It's been a big part of our success, so I feel like I've got to keep going with that. Let's kill some rivals. Hello. How are you? Or you can die. Hang on, we can imprison you. Use a hook. I can use a hook, and it does absolutely nothing. Let's murder him. We are already a dynastic kinslayer, so there's no downside to this as far as I'm concerned. We'd kill another one. We've already opened that can of worms. So we might as well just run with it, huh? Scheme discovered. Alright, never mind then. I take that back. It's still 95.95, so I'm not really that bothered. Ooh! As the renown of my dynasty grows, familiarity with the glorious Elfboy sigil spreads too. My family device is now recognized in the regional circles of nobility, counted highly amongst the prominent Saliache bloodlines. Whoa, we became famed. I feel like that's a slightly delayed response. Oh, maybe we only just kind of really ticked over. It might have been rounding down or something like that. Fair enough. God, these notifications. They are useful to have, but a lot of the time I'm not paying a huge amount of attention to them. The latest work of my grandson Hinarel has been all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with success and growing greatness, and he's dedicated to me. Though conflict brings wrath to all some day, 'tis this Mir's sword that holds death at bay. So let none challenge his bold intent, lest they discover where the last challenger went. This is truly heartfelt, General. Wow. What a guy. We lost a trait ill. Didn't even realize we were ill. We built something in the Temeri district. So let's go ahead and upgrade manor houses. Sure, let's go for it. How are we looking? Just keep going with all of these generic upgrades. Nothing super special about them, I don't think, but what do we get, like, the highest tiers? Because surely we've got to be bloody close to be able to get some of these, right? Let's say, like, this one. Oh. Does that mean... Because I can view this... I wonder if it's just... I was kind of hoping we could find out whether or not there was any limitation we didn't have on that. Because I guess we're just not going to know, eh? Was that going to automatically keep upgrading to that now? Whatever. I don't know. I doubt it, but probably just there to give you some basic information. Yeah, keep going. Sure, why not? Fort Legion, we all good over here? Let's get you upgraded. How are we looking here? We should be building some buildings. Why? We're already constructing this barracks. Oh, we're upgrading the city. Very good. That's upgrading. This is upgrading too, I presume. Oh, no. We can upgrade some stuff. Hunting grounds, military camps. Don't care about levies. People are saying don't care about levies, so I don't care about levies anymore. Friendship ended. They have proven to be not useful. You know, we've been winning every war using exclusively retinues. Sorry, what they call man-at-arms in this. At the highest level, though, do you get some sort of... No, it is just... No, I presume these bonuses here, light infantry damage, blah, 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 that only applies to the levies raised from this province? Similar to CK2, perhaps? I don't know. I'd assume so, at which point we might even want to burn down these military camps. Please let me know, because that'd be fantastic to know for the future. It's 2% development growth in the county, not that it's relevant, but... Yeah, maybe we should go for more economic buildings. Or things that help support, things that help support the, like, man-at-arms cap or something like that instead. Okay, everything is still upgrading. You know what I should do? Hello! I understand you're all interested in deepening your grasp on warfare. Governess Halinke nods energetically as she approaches me. I might be able to help you see the battlefield in new ways. She's well known for a mastery of fierce and overwhelming tactics. Oh, I do want to learn. She becomes your mentor. She's going to help us learn Reckless. Do we want to ignore that? Because that doesn't seem like a fantastic... I don't think that seems like a fantastic commander trait. I'm going to say we'll ignore it. Because I presume, much like EK2, there's probably a limit to the amount of commander traits you can get, right? Anyway, kill him. Oh, we got him. The thugs did their job. Compicius is no more. As the travel party stopped to camp for the evening, bandits poured out amongst the trees, calling for blood and gold. Excellent. That's another rival down. This will hopefully help deal with... right, of course. I do also need to start... let's get you murdered. I also need to start bribing our court positions and things like that. Just make sure everybody loves us. You're good, you're good, you're good. Court poet. Not that I imagine she's plotting to, or part of the plot to kill us, but you never know. Court artificer. Have some money. Can I get a conversion out of you two? No, really. I mean, I could probably with a little magic. Let's hit him with a charm spell, see if that's good enough. Bazinga. And then, hey, there we go. And that will, of course, basically take him to maximum opinion of us. Because we've got so many same faith opinion bonuses. As long as someone is our religion, they will love us. Because of the necromancer, the lich trait. Now we've got savior too. Ambition is a virtue. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely insane. Right, good. Carry on then? I mean, I could just go through our regular courtiers as well. Can you leave, though? Someone was saying you need to start challenging people to a board game so that we can prove our superiority over all these randomers. I love that Marinora is just still here living her life. That's so nice. That's good stuff. What about you? What the hell's going on here? Malada. Send gift. Demand conversion. Flip over. Send a gift to you. Is that Malma? No, he's Dark Elf AYLEID. Whoa, that's cool. Let's convert you over, and that should solve, I think, a lot of these problems. Can I just get you to leave? Yeah, piss off. I'm not giving money to a randomer. Zafani, what happened? They've stopped becoming friends so much. Oh, because he didn't convert. Oh, well, let's get him converted over. He was the court priest, if you remember. Zafani, I would love to give you some land, but I don't think I've got any land to give you away. I've got... Oh, why have I still got Anvil as the capital? Did I genuinely not flip back? What a fool you are. Right, there we go. Problem solved, I hope. Why is it still there? No. What's going on? No. Let me move back. There. What's going on with that? Was it misclick? Some incredible misinput? Here, you can have Anvil back now. Thank you for your patience. You will never, your dedication in this round will never be forgotten. We're effectively gifting, firstly, an upgraded castle. Ooh. Daedric Shrine. That's cool. However, it does also mean that bearing in mind we were supposed to get a building slot for a Daedric Shrine in the capital, but we've already got... Can we swap that out for the Daedric Shrine then? Is that how that works? Because it did say you get a building slot for that. So clearly we are... Obviously, I'm not going to tear down the Imperial City to swap it out for like a generic building. Okay, so we can't build it here. Maybe there's a mod that increases the building slot amount. Maybe it would become active then. Would be cool. I was kind of hoping we get rid of like the Temple of the Ancestors or something, but that's all right. Never mind. Again, maybe these are things that have been fixed in future patches. Send him a gift? No way. You're gonna die either way. Oh, hello. Oh my god, it's this bloke. Remember that I keep, remember we have been, flipping previous kings into undead? Aran Manlius, previous king of Anvil, now just a random popularist uprising zombie. I think we've accidentally martyred him, so maybe we'll put him on the kill list. As much as I'd love to bring him to court, take him as a servant, I feel like we've accidentally made a martyr. I visited my granddaughter to see how the cat is doing in her care. She means to be outside the castle. No cat to be seen. Oh, it must be playing somewhere. She looks everywhere but at me. Did she just give away Arang's fucking cat? I'm out on a boat in the harbour in Beldaburo when suddenly a flaming arrow soars across the sky towards us. It misses the boat by a hair's breadth. What? Someone's trying to kill... More specifically, someone almost did kill Alrang. How is this happening? It's got a 5% success chance, though. How bizarre. It's very likely we are going to die, but I'm still not happy about this. Could it be our spy master? I was kind of hoping we could befriend her. I mean, she could still be part of the plot, even though she likes us, but I doubt that. Who's trying to kill us? To be fair, with a 5% success chance, it could be any random foreign ruler that we've pissed off that just have a baseline chance and they're just rolling the dice on it, right? I think I found some reason why some days are rat free than others. My Pelin Saddle happily declares as he's holding a very displeased cat. Hermaeus Miaura, you came back! You came back to me, Hermaeus Miaura! Amazing. Oh, Dominique, my agent at Aran Manlius' court has been discovered. Now she's known to be trustworthy and cannot help my cause any further. Ah, Hermaeus Miaura has returned. That's headcanon. Hermaeus, how do you explain it? Huh? How on earth do you explain it? We gave the cat to someone else, the cat disappears, and then suddenly there's a cat in our court eating our... Cats do go home. Apparently my grandma had a cat, she moved house, and then the cat went to the old house. They have some keen, uncanny directional ability. I don't know how far she moved. It could have just been, like, down the road. Many treaties have been written on honourable conduct in war, but the authors' lives weren't on the line when they put their pen to paper. Shall we go for tricking our enemies into overextending? Shall we use hit-and-run tactics to wear our foes down? Well, that was temporary, but this is a lifestyle forever. Yes. Successful deception. Very nice. I've gathered my retinue together for some war games, either to try my idea of faking a rout to lure my opponent into a rout, I presume. I don't know anything about warfare theory, because I'm not a 14-year-old American Hearts of Iron fan. Once we split up into teams, I took care to show everybody how to yield to... It was a joke. Okay, please, for God's sake. To yield just enough ground to trick the other side into moving out of position. Practice manipulative tactics as well as getting the lifestyle experience. Very nice. And we've built a bunch of other stuff. We're going to intercept communication from one of the people trying to murder. Hello. Despite our lack of bonds by blood, we both stand to gain an alliance. Who are you? Do we fuck? How dare you send a message to Elrang asking for an alliance? You lowly random person. How dare you speak to me like that? Boil and die. Boil and die. Unfathomable behavior. What? What? Dear grandfather, your wicked deeds have gone unpunished for far too long. I have come to deliver holy retribution to you. Ifri is with me. Princess Nonna of Arenthia. She has managed to raise up a fairly impressive 44,000 troops because of one of her... She's allied to Queen Rel... Oh my god, she somehow got the Queen of Woodhearth? Oh my god, and the King of Malabad Tor. Wow. Elrang's own granddaughter. You could not get a story like this anywhere else. Elrang's own granddaughter has somehow formed a Bosmeri alliance to try and stop him. What a fool you are. How could you be so naive? She dies. Bon appetit, Mega. It's something he's eaten. Right, let's deal with this. This vanity war. We left ourselves exposed for a vanity war. Is that my fault? Partly. Is it Elrang's against like blind vengeance? Absolutely. But you know what? Elrang appreciates that his granddaughter is willing, has the ambition to attempt to stop him. But she is not going to be able to follow it through. Because she is still Bosma. She is a lowly Bosma. A lowly Bosma count who's propped up by her friends. She has nothing of her own to be proud of. And now we're going to humble her. Just like we're going to humble this man. Die. My friend has done its work. Ah, deadly spider. Is that all of his rivals dealt with? Oh, good. We need one more friend to get that other benefit from our learning lifestyle. Sorry, you sincerely thought you could... Sincerely thought you could stop us with this. Fight. Yes. Yes, pile your troops on. Please. Yes, please reinforce a losing battle. A cold-hearted fiend. Murder you has been abandoned. We found out who it was. Sorry, we found out who it was. Does that say Princess Daldea? Shit, I wish I'd have read that more clearly. I caught it out the corner of my eye mid-battle. Good God, we have just meat ground their troops. They have just jumped into the blender. Amazing. Right, burn this down. Burn them all. What a mess. How dare she do this? Hermaeus Miaura, my great-grandson Marla Penhadhull approaches me, rage in his eyes. I've had this little monster amongst my things. What wasn't scratched to bits was covered in piss. This is the second time it's happened. I mean, if anything proves it's Hermaeus Miaura, this does. I've received a message from Queen Malena of Compatch. It claims that Marlapena and Facilia, my great-granddaughter, has requested support in a plot against me. There is nothing I value more than loyalty, Marlena's letter reads, hence why I share this with you. Thankfully, my friend Marinora was there to advise me. I refuse to believe that Emphacilia would stoop so low. That's probably Marinora's great-granddaughter too, don't forget. Interesting. If she is loyal, nothing happens. If she is disloyal, she gains liege looking away for 5 years. So what you're telling me is if we say no to that, she did not gain a modifier. Now, does that mean that Paradox was sensible enough to hide that? Shit. Whoa. This is a gamble and a half. Does that mean Paradox was smart enough to hide that? Or does that mean that she was loyal? Really makes you think. Yes, please. Keep jumping into the meat grinder. Shit. Oh. We've done it. The Palatine claim on the Arancel of Sirod. She was trying to press it for the Kingdom of Sirod. How do you even have a claim on that? Oh, an implicit claim because she's Elrang's granddaughter. I mean, I can't argue with that. That is fair enough. Yes. Turns out that multi-generational plot that we had going 200 years ago has almost seriously backfired there. She is, however, this will never happen again. She has forfeited her claim. She's also going to pay us 600 gold. We are going to gain 640 prestige. What an embarrassment. May your years be short and miserable. I know when I'm defeated. I am left with no... She tried it. She thought we were distracted with warfare. She thought we'd gone mad. And now she has paid the price. Is that enough? Have we humbled her? Or should we follow it through? With an ultimate humbling. I think we kidnap her. We turn her into a zombie. Come and join me and your grandmother. Especially your grandmother. Exoticize the hall, yes. Let's take... Oh, you know what? So then decorate your grand hall in the colors of Grantwood. As a kind of cultural exchange. Mocking them. Yes. Let's have another Mystic Communion. Not that it's relevant. And then have a feast in celebration of crushing dynastic... Almost a dynastic problem. I mean, that could have gone either way. We were only fighting that with levies, so if it had really gone bad, of course... Sorry, we were only fighting with man-at-arms. If it had gone bad, I could have raised all the levies, bought a shitload of mercenaries, and we would have swarmed them then. Would have been an expensive mistake, but that was just more of a flex, right? Good work. To serve man. Nah, bring us something else. We're not going to force other people to be cannibals. I don't remember why RM became a cannibal. I think that was when he was... Oh, it was Marinora, that's right. He just wanted to learn. He was just experimenting. That was in his experimental era, and he was happy to try everything. Yeah, I know what I said. I just don't understand why it's funny. Soldana cocks her head. She had a lovely chest on display in the courtroom. I may not be alone in thinking this is funny either. Marla Pananga spat out his drink. Repeat what you said, but think about it. She's mortified by your perverse humor. You'll be mortified in a moment. What's going on with this armor again? Too many feasts? Mirror of Sirod. Middle of her daydream. Maybe it is fashion. Till next time. Maybe it is just fashion. I like that a lot. Thank you for joining me today. What a fantastic place to leave it then. A lot of character stuff, you know, a lot of building. We became the head of faith. I feel like a lot of long-term payoffs really went through today, right? I'll queue up a few more buildings here at the end, and then we can start by queuing up even more buildings when we jump back in tomorrow. But yeah, no, that was fun. Getting the holy site and that weird uprising. Totally never would have predicted that. Arang's granddaughter unifying the people of Valenwood wrongly and then failing a war. She's got to be so embarrassed. Let's finish with these last few buildings, and then, again, when we get that cultural and religious conversion, really it's just the cultural conversion because one begets the other, then we can really start work upgrading the Imperial City, really embracing all of this kind of technological prowess that we've picked up, eh? What do we need to upgrade the city one more time? Because we are still missing something for that. Cranes. Okay, there you go. Out of interest. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So it's still standard. Fair enough. Right. Done. Thank you for joining me. Why not come back tomorrow, see? I think we've dealt with everything we need to, so I guess tomorrow may be the end of Compatch.